Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll have a quick look at the newly launched Galaxy J7 and the J5. And you might be wondering, why am I having these devices like this? Actually, these are not the retail units. These are the pre-production units, but quite a few of you were interested, so I just got them. And I will be doing an official unboxing when I get the retail units. But let's have a look. This is the bigger one, is the J7, and the smaller one is the J5, and they're going to be sold exclusively via Flipkart in India, and I'll have links in the show notes so you can check out that. First, let's look at the J5, and this Galaxy J5 would be sold for rupees 12,000. And it sports some decent specs for the price. First, let me give you a physical overview. Again, this is not metal. This is that fake chrome finish that we find on Samsung devices. Power button over here, and on the bottom we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, a micro USB slot, main microphone, and on this end volume rocker. Moving to the camera, it's interesting. They have put a 13 megapixel rear facing camera with LED flash opening for the speaker, and according to Flipkart, the f-stop is 1.9, so that is very interesting. The back cover can be opened, and it reveals the battery, which is a 2600 milliamp hour battery. And again, this is a dual SIM device with micro SD card support up to 128 gigs, and it has 4G LTE support, so it is pretty interesting. And as you can see, again, it says duos, that means it's a dual SIM device. Moving to the front facing camera, it's a 5 megapixel shooter, and let's look at the settings. Again, we have these quick toggles. And if we go to further settings, these are all the quick toggles. Let's just go back and let's go to the main settings. Let me adjust the brightness a little bit. Yeah. And if we go to about the device, as you can see, it comes with the Android version 5.1.1, which is Android Lollipop. So we are getting the latest version of Android, so that's a nice thing. Regarding internal storage, there's a difference between the bigger one and this J5. This J5 is supposed to have 8 gigs of internal storage, and out of that we get 4.25 gigabytes of space that is there. And as I mentioned, we can add a micro SD card up to 128 gigabytes. I'm not sure if all the apps are pre-installed. Yes, we have Google apps that are pre-installed. And Samsung in India is touting these phones as gaming phones, so they are going to bundle a lot of games. In fact, I'll have the link for Flipkart, and on that page it said that we have game credits for rupees 3,200. But looks like those games are not pre-installed on this unit. So I guess you might have to download that. We also have FM radio, and we have the smart manager. So that's nice. Can clean up stuff and all those things, and standard stuff that we see. Again, regarding the specs, this J5 is powered by the Snapdragon 410 chipset, which is a quad-core processor clocked at 1.2 gigahertz, and the GPU is the Adreno 306. Regarding RAM, it has 1.5 gigabytes of RAM. As you can see, it sports an AMOLED screen, which is a 720p HD screen. So this is the J5. Let's quickly look at the camera. That can be an interesting thing. I would say a 13 megapixel camera with f1.9 lens, and says location. No, I don't want that. So we have the tap to focus, and as you notice, the shutter speed is really fast. Generally in budget oriented phones, the shutter speed is, camera is a little bit slow, but looks like here that's not the case. So let's look at these sample pictures. And as you can see, my report is pretty dirty. This came out a little bit shaky, but this was fine, as you can see. So I will be testing the camera a lot more. So let's quickly now move to this bigger brother, that is the J5. So sorry, this is the J7, and this one sports a 5.5 inch screen, which is a 720p HD screen. So let me just adjust the brightness. And we have outdoor mode, but looks like no auto brightness. And these are the quick toggles. So these are the quick toggles that we get. And again, I'm sure this one will also run on Android Lollipop, but let's have a look. If you go to about the device, as you can see, yes, it's running on the Android version 5.1.1, again, which is Lollipop. This J7 has larger internal storage. It comes with 16 gigs of internal storage. And as you can see, out of that, we get 11.56 gigabytes of space free. Again, we can